Welcome to Delulu Hour, where we talk leveling up, overcoming life's challenges, and shifting into your delusional mindset. I'm Bree.
I'm Lucia, and today we're talking about dealing with... Today we're talking about how to fit in... Today we're...
We're really on today. We are on, baby.
Okay, what... I don't even know what words are. Today we're talking about how to fit in routines and today we're talking
I can't fucking handle it.
I don't know how to say it. I think I need to write it down. I just spit on myself.
I wrote it here.
Okay. Today we're talking about how to fit in self-care to your delusional routine. I can't reach your hand.
I'm sorry. I write like I'm a doctor, but I'm not, obviously saving lives.
I think that was good enough. Essentially, we're talking about self-care and routines and how to fit into your delusional schedule. And also how to slow down and speak. How was your Christmas?
It was good.
Yeah.
It was nice. We were home, which was fabulous. We did the whole church on Christmas Eve. Everyone came over, did like a little gift game thing that was super fun.
Cute.
And then, Santa came big this year, so it was fun.
Nice. Any special present?
Okay. My absolute favorite gift, this is kind of silly, is my mom got me the aloe sweatpants.
Oh.
And they're just like really long and soft, and they're super expensive, but honestly, they're so worth it. Like,
really?
I would never spend that much on sweatpants for myself. They're like $100 or something, but they're fucking like love. Chef's kiss. So.
Did you tell her you wanted those, or did she?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, nice.
And I think they were on sale when she bought them, so I was like, yeah.
Aloe's like the one brand that I don't have that I really want.
I try not to. It's just so expensive, and I've gotten a lot from Carly when she worked there for free, but I'm kind of addicted to their shit now.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's so good.
Yeah,
so,
it looks so
nice.
nice.
I'm actually obsessed. I've been living in those for like the last week.
What did you and Stefan get each other?
I kind of went all out. Like, I really went for it with those gifts. He deserves a good Christmas. It was a little like tough year.
Oh,
he really wanted... It's so funny because like on him it looks cute, but like thinking about it, I'm like, this makes no sense. But he wanted like a bomber jacket, like a nice one. Mm-hmm. And so I got him these ones from Built, like one's for like not super cold and the one is like for cold, and I got him both, and I think he was like, what the fuck, like I expected one max, so that's mostly what I got him. I got him other little stuff, like a huge water bottle, because he always steals from my water bottle. I'm like, look, now we'll both be hydrated and you'll stop taking my water.
Yes.
He got me like a little ring that goes like with my Aura ring.
Oh, cute.
He got me these sweatpants I wanted from Amazon. I don't know, just like random things.
Lots of sweatpants for you this Christmas.
Yeah, we're living in sweatpants.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that's it. I don't remember what else he got me, but it was like a nice Christmas, honestly.
Good.
Yeah, what about you?
My Christmas was good. I like borderline blacked out on Christmas.
Holy shit.
Which was just
You're not the first person to tell me they blacked out on Christmas,
really?
By the way. Yeah.
I was not expecting it. Well, I was there for like 4 or 5 days, so it was just like a short span of time. And all my friends from childhood were home too, so it was just quickly seeing everybody everywhere. Mm-hmm. And of course, lots of drinking. So it was just like a bender, lots of wine. And on Christmas Day, finally, like after opening presents and everything, we have breakfast and we have mimosas.
It's a great way to start.
Yeah.
Towards a blackout.
And the key to a blackout. Yeah. My cousin whose house we were at, she also went to Oregon State and her husband went to Oregon State.
Oh, fun.
So it's kind of just this like camaraderie when we're together.
Of course, yeah.
Like we all went to OSU and then we kind of just, I don't know, the drinks start flowing. So after mimosas, somebody had gotten this almost like a coffee liqueur that they bought as like a Christmas gift. So we had that kind of circling around too. And people were pouring shots of it and like taking a little shot of it. Yeah. And then we started playing games, and we started playing beer pong. And when
This is a lit Christmas.
yeah, literally. It was like any time, like how you would normally play beer pong when you need to drink. But instead of taking like a sip of beer or like whatever you put in the cups, we would take a shot of the liqueur.
Oh my God.
So now I'm like mixing mimosas. I don't know how many I'm on.
Yeah.
I've had a lot. And then also taking these shots. And then we start playing Jenga, same thing. Like whoever knocks over Jenga has to take a shot of this.
Oh
And there's like kids running around,
right.
you know.
But the parents are playing.
Yeah. So I was like looking back at pictures that my mom had taken. I don't remember taking the pictures. And then we ended up going to my aunt's house in the evening to have dinner at her house and had another glass of wine. And then I actually flew home. I flew back to San Diego that night. So my parents drove me to the airport in Portland, and I started crying when I was saying goodbye to them because I was just like drunk, and I was like, I'm gonna miss you guys. And I was like, oh my God. And they were like, are you okay? And
You're like, no.
like, I'm just drunk.
I'm just hammered.
So that was
funny.
my wild Christmas.
That is nuts.
I did have some funny things happen while I was home too, which this is kind of funny that we were talking about it last episode of getting new underwear. And then our friend Sydney texted us just being like, that's so true. And I was thinking about it, and the very first thong I bought in high school from Victoria's Secret, I still have. And she's honestly holding on so strong. It's just like one of my favorite ones. But
To like a
while
million
I was
washes.
home, I was wearing another pair that I've had for forever. And literally I was out and about, and it broke. And I was wearing jeans. And
oh God.
it was the weirdest feeling because basically, you know, where it meets in the back.
Yeah.
So basically you have like the waistband, and then the part that goes under meets in the back. That part had broken off. So there was nothing covering underneath. It was just
It's like you're wearing a bodysuit, but you never buttoned it.
yeah, it's just holding on by my waist, and I'm wearing jeans underneath it. I was like,
is
oh my God,
hilarious.
of course this would happen to me. So that was my sign to go get new underwear. I also had a pregnancy scare.
No.
Yeah, I sure did. So I was just thinking about, because Brie and I are both off of birth control, obviously. We talked about that, and using what's her face app to track.
Lively.
Yeah, using Lively. I was looking at my Lively because I was like, I haven't really like looked at this in a minute, and I haven't gotten my period yet, and I'm kind of curious when it's supposed to be happening. So I looked at it, and it was like, you are 21 days late on your period. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my
She's like,
God.
I'm pregnant.
I am for sure pregnant. So I
Holy
immediately, I like went up to my parents, and I was like, can I borrow a car and go into town? I just have a
need to
little
pick up a couple
errand to run. Like, run to Walgreens, pick up a pregnancy test, come home and take it. And as I was driving back home, I was like, wait a second.
I
Definitely forgot to like log my last period. Yeah.
You're like, no, what? I'm definitely pregnant.
Yeah.
Period.
Crisis averted. No pregnancy.
Oh my God. Last night at dinner, we were talking about how one of my friends is also off of birth control, but they're married, and so whatever. But I did not expect her to say that. And Bailey, my other friend, she's always on me about how bad it is that I'm off it, because she's in the healthcare industry and thinks it's obviously important. And I'm like, fair, but I'm tracking with 4 different apps. Like, you do not understand how crazy I am about it. And my other friend that's off of it, and her husband was like, yeah, everyone we know that's been, you know, using the apps have gotten pregnant. And I was like, do not tell me that.
Oh my God.
And then Seven's like, you don't understand what kind of app she's using. Like 5 different apps.
Before you can even like get in the mood, you check everything.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit. Hold on. Let me check something. Because he'll be like, so are we rapping or not?
Oh my God. That's awesome.
So it was great. I was like, oh, good. great.
You know what? It's okay.
If you're using multiple methods, these people are literally not rapping, and like maybe they're pulling out in time.
Exactly.
Maybe like that's sketch. I don't know.
Yeah, and at this point, we've been doing it for like a year, and obviously we've got it together.
I've made it multiple periods. All
that
good.
was my one and only pregnancy scare. So.
Yeah, dude, I've never had one my whole life. Isn't
That's
that weird?
wild.
I've never met anyone else who has not had one.
No, I've
like people would be like, it's like a rite of passage.
Yes, I've
like,
taken
to go
like
with your friends.
over 30 pregnancy tests in my life.
Wait, that's a lot of anxiety.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And this was when I was on birth control too. So I don't even know why I was stressed. But I think like I also, since I wasn't tracking my period and I never know when it was happening. Yeah. So then when I was getting period symptoms and feeling bloated, I was like, I'm pregnant.
Obviously pregnant. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
One more super funny thing that happened while I was home. I wanted to tell you the DM that I got.
Wait, when was this?
I'll show you later, but it was while I was home, and it was just funny because the picture I had posted I didn't think was that crazy. I was like me drinking wine.
Really a thirst trap?
Yeah, exactly. It was just like a picture of me drinking wine, and I got this DM from this guy that I used to go to high school with. So it was like really unexpected because it was somebody I didn't really talk to in high school, and he was a year younger than me. And he DM'd me and he goes, I would drop everything and move to San Diego just to be able to look at this. And I was like, or to like have this view or something like that.
Holy shit. He was blacked out on Christmas too.
No, literally. I was like, whoa.
Did you respond?
I was just like, wow, I'm flattered. Like, I don't know what to say.
Thanks for saying that.
And then basically he had messaged me again the next day to just being like, sorry, I was really drunk, but like if you're ever in Seattle, like come hit me up. And
oh like, my god.
And then he puts me on his close friends story, and he posts a picture of this girl, like him and a girl doing like a mirror pic, and like the girl's leg is like wrapped around him, like he's clearly like with somebody.
What a hoe.
Yeah, so much so.
What the fuck? Why are the DMs always from men that are taken?
Yeah. Yes.
Like,
and then he's liking my stories now still. Yeah.
I have a couple people who religiously like my stories.
Yeah.
And they have a girlfriend.
Yes.
Or they're engaged. Or they have a wife. And I'm like, I'm so embarrassed for this person, and obviously it's not a thing, but I'm like, that gives me so much anxiety if that's happening to every single girl. Like,
I have this,
what the fuck?
My friend's ex-boyfriend likes my stories. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And I haven't said anything to anybody because I'm like, scary. It's just bad, and it's not gonna make anybody feel good.
No,
but
it's
like, what the fuck? And I'm like, the story likes are even worse than the DMs because you can't keep track of it.
Yeah, and it's also a direct, I know, but no one else knows.
Yes.
It's not, that's
it's sneaky. It's very sneaky.
I like
did this thing to my Instagram actually recently where it was just user error, where I accidentally tapped the insights. You know how it can look from like a business front of like it's showing you like. So I wasn't seeing who was liking my Instagram stories. And it was like really bothering me because obviously it gives you like a little ego boost. Yeah. Yeah. So then I was like freaking out for a few days because I couldn't figure out how to like switch it back over to the normal view. Yeah. I'm like, wow, I am like so conceited. Like I really need to see
I'm really needing this
who's
validation.
liking and who's looking at my stories.
Yeah.
But
that's kind of funny. Honestly, when we did this was over Thanksgiving, we did that poll. I don't know if you saw it. And it was like it was a heated debate. It ended up being legitimately equally 50-50. Yeah. And I'm saying over, like, I think 160 exactly people voted on this.
So wait, tell the story of how this all came about.
Okay, we're sitting at a bar. My family loves to debate. Like, my dad, know it all. My future husband, know it all. And
were they on different sides?
Yes. Okay. Oh my God. So I was on Stuff Inside in this particular case. We were talking about if you are saying, like, referring to the last decade. Yeah. My parents, both on their own side, including, and then also my uncle, so everyone older, over the age of 50, all thought that meant you have to be talking about the 20s, the 30s, the 80s, the 90s. Okay. And we were saying in the last decade means in the last 10 years. Okay. And then we Google it. And it's literally unclear. Okay. Like it could be either way. Yeah. And so then I was like, I think you can use it both ways. The English language is a fucking shit show. Like, what do you mean? So then it kept coming up. I was like, you know what? We're settling this on the internet. Yeah. Threw it up on like a poll, 160 vote, 80 on each side.
No, it really made me think.
And I was looking at who voted what. I was judging. And then like all these people looked at, there was like 300 people that looked at it, and I was like, you didn't even vote, like what the fuck. I'm about to start messaging you and see what you thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just funny. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think I said that the last 10 years was referring to the last decade. I feel like that makes the most sense to me.
Grammatically, yeah. Like if you're saying, but this is the thing that I feel like if you're talking about a decade, then you say the decade. You say in the 20s, in the 70s. You don't say the decade 4 decades ago. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I don't know. So I thought it was stupid, and I thought it was like a home run. I'm gonna like show my dad, and then my dad was laughing so hard, and we were literally being like, our good friend Carly's on my dad's side, like Lucia's on our side, and
that's
like
awesome.
It was really funny.
No, that's great. I love that. Did you have anything else crazy happen over the last few weeks?
No, not really. I've been doing like those daily delusional reminders kind of thing. And anytime I get sick of them and I feel like I don't relate to them anymore, or it doesn't resonate, I just change them. And so my newest one is accept reality, find peace. I was kind of just consistently not accepting reality and creating issues out of nothing that were unnecessary. And I've been reading this book as well. We got into that whole part of the book where it's talking about the more you reject what's happening, the more unhappy you are. And it's like at the end of the day, it's a choice. And if you accept things as they are, and especially what's out of your control, and just do what you can that is in your control, then you should be able to find peace and joy more consistently and happiness more consistently.
Sure.
Yeah.
I love that. I was even thinking about the TikTok you sent me.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of changed my life a little bit. Yeah.
I was like, I have to send this to Lucia.
Yeah. So this TikTok is essentially this guy just explaining that he's been a lot happier and a little bit more magnetic in life because he's kind of shifted his mindset. And basically like the main message I took away from it is to not emotionally respond to things the way that you normally do, and to just kind of take a step back and realize that everything you're reacting to is your perception, and like you're taking it personally for your own reasons. And I feel like I do that a lot for everything.
I feel that.
So I've just been trying to consciously, when I react, trying to not add emotion to it. And not in the sense that I'm being emotionless, but just being like, normally I would be upset about this because of this past trigger or trauma. And then just noticing it and recognizing it. And then you just let it go, and you're like, oh, I don't have to react to this. Yeah,
I loved how he was talking about how most people aren't thinking of you the way you think you are. And so the only thing that you're doing is reacting out of your perspective and causing yourself discomfort and pain. And there's no point in doing that. Also, there was a level to it of not caring what other people think, because it's not really about you. It's about them. And I love that. It's so freeing. It's not about something that's wrong with you. You are who you are. And if they like you kind of thing.
100%.
And just not take things personally. They probably are not thinking of it like that, or
real.
meaning it like that. You just are, because like you said, your past experiences. So
yeah,
it's very freeing to not give a fuck.
It is. I know. It's like crazy how much your mind can be a prison sometimes.
100%.
And like, but you can also be the one to unlock yourself.
Yeah, but it's a choice. That's what's crazy. You put yourself, in that prison, and then you're like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to do this every day.
No, literally. Well, I guess we should jump into our routines.
Yeah.
Just wanting to touch on how to ground yourself throughout your week. I feel like routine definitely helps me to stay on track with my life and not feel like I'm in chaos. It can be hard to stick to routines, and I feel like sometimes, depending on the season and how I'm feeling, or maybe just depending on my cycle, I'll change up my routines, and that's fun too. Because I feel like I'm somebody that doesn't really stick to doing one thing all the time.
Yeah, same.
Do you have like a specific morning and night routine that you stick to?
Yeah, I'll get out of bed and obviously like make my bed, because in that book, Make Your Bed Every Morning or whatever it's called, he just talks about how, first of all, you woke up and you accomplished one thing at least, right? And then if you don't accomplish anything the rest of the day, you can come home and see that you did make your bed at least. Like you did one thing for the day, and you can be satisfied with just that. So I usually do that, and then I just immediately brush teeth. I do like a whitening powder as well, because I never can figure out how to add into my routine whitening strips. But I really like that. And then I do skincare, and then if I'm going to work out, obviously I'll go do that, and I'll have amino acids and creatine in my water. Or if I'm going to immediately go to work, if I have early meetings, then I'll just do electrolytes and coffee. But I try to drink as much water as I can before I have a sip of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like my main morning routine. Yeah.
I know. Whenever I'm lazy and just wanting to have like a peaceful, I don't have to do anything this morning routine, I'll wake up and I'll immediately go make myself coffee, and then I'll get back into bed and I'll watch some TV.
I love
just to feel like I'm having coffee in bed and this is so nice. And then when I need to, I'll get up and get ready and like go out the door. But if I'm actually sticking to my routines, which I try to, at least on the weekdays, I will get up, same thing, make bed. I will try to drink a glass of water right away. And then I'll try to do a little bit of stretching if I have an extra 10 minutes just to move my body, which I didn't think would make as big of a difference, but it kind of has. Just giving yourself a moment to breathe and stretch. And then I'll wash my face, do my makeup, get ready, and then I'll have my coffee. And then I try to, this one's kind of hard, but I try to like journal before I walk out the door, set an intention for the day.
That's in my morning routine too. It doesn't happen all that often, but I want it to be better. And for sure I do gratitude every single morning, because I feel like that makes a huge difference. In general, I feel like routines, I mean, in the morning and at night, there's certain things you do, but I feel like if you're wanting to include self-care, I feel like it's more about habit stacking for me, because I don't work out always first when I wake up. Sometimes it's later. And so like your water being a certain way so that you're recovering better, or eating a certain amount of protein before you do that, and it's an hour before or whatever, like, or let's say like you do your hair slicked back, doing a hair mask with it, stuff like that, or like rosemary oil like you do, just to make it easier. And then I also, like, if I am in a self-tan, I'm not right now because I'm microneedling, but
how's that going?
It's good. My skin's peeling right now, but you probably can't tell.
It doesn't look like it.
No, but in the morning, it's a mess. But I really, really like it. But you can't do self-tanning 2 weeks before and for a week after. So it's kind of hard to do. But I try to do it when I'm on my period, just because I feel like that's when I'm feeling the lowest. And I'm like, you know what? I want to feel good. So I try to do it then.
Yes. So one of my Christmas presents that I forgot to mention, I got the Hatch alarm clock.
I've been looking at it. I love the hat.
Do you have one?
No, but I see all these videos about it and it makes me want one.
You need one. Totally worth it. So my family does Secret Santa, and like our budget is $150, and I think it was exactly that.
Those are good gifts.
Yeah. So I asked for that specifically, and it's so worth the money in my opinion. You can do wind down stuff, like it has different sounds you can listen to. Lately I've been listening to this British guy read the news. And it's actual local news, and he'll just like read it slowly in his British accent, and it kind of just helps you to like wind
down.
That's
so random. I kind of love that though.
I was telling my cousin, because she's the one that got it for me, and I was like telling her how great it was, and she was like, "You perv!" Like I was like, "No, it's not like that.
No, it's not to like get in the mood."
And then at night, there's all these different sounds you can listen to. I've been listening to a dishwasher recently, so it's just like the sound of a dishwasher, which I love. I typically like white noise or rain, or I've been liking this dishwasher. So they have like all the night sounds, and then in the morning it fakes a sunrise, so it'll like light up like 30 minutes before you wake up, like slowly start becoming brighter and brighter, which I find is super nice, especially during winter.
Yeah, for sure.
'Cause it's so hard to get up early when it's like still pitch black out. Yeah. And then there's all these different alarm sounds to listen to. I was listening to Charlie Brown Christmas music the other day.
That's really cute.
Yeah. So it's just like really nice and peaceful. And you can also do a morning moment. So you can do a personal trainer voice that'll pump you up for the day, or it can be a breathing, meditative person that kind of walks you through like a little meditation in the morning.
It almost like forces you.
Yeah. So it's like my favorite thing, and it makes me a little bit happier when I wake up.
Yeah.
So
oh my gosh.
I've been loving it, especially for winding down at night too. And I do have like I've been getting into a better night routine to actually like wind myself down and get myself ready for bed, because I find that I also just get into bed and want to like doom scroll or stay up or whatever. So I'll try to make myself some tea, or I just got this wax warmer thing. I'll turn it on a couple hours before bed to signal to my body, okay, this smell, this is supposed to mean it's time to wind down, those type of things. Yeah. And then I'll shower before bed, just kind of get clean, maybe read, maybe journal. Yeah. Head to bed, put the phone away, all the things.
Yeah. I read, I do the same, brush teeth, skincare, like all that. And then right before I'm going to sleep, I take a magnesium supplement and then I mouth tape, and I sleep like a fucking baby. That is like the routine that has changed my life. I'm not even kidding. 2 things, and it's completely different.
I love that.
That's a big one. I also think with routines, one of the things that I think I have to like remember, because I don't love doing the same ones all the time or even like sticking to them, is it does help your body to get rid of decision fatigue, which then just makes you obviously less tired but more creative and just able to take on the day, because you're not thinking about, oh, what should I do in the morning, what should I do at night. It's like you already have it handled.
Exactly.
Get that done, and then you can kind of tackle your day as it comes.
Yeah, and it should be like a nice moment for yourself, going back to the self-care, just taking a moment for yourself in the morning, waking yourself up in a peaceful way, getting ready in a peaceful way, instead of just jolting out the door and like rushing to put your makeup on, which we've all been there.
I used to do that every single day.
And sometimes that happens, and that's okay, and you can give yourself some grace, but then also just going to bed in peace and not looking at your phone, I feel like is huge. And I try to do one weekly self-care thing a week, so whether it's a week that I'm getting my nails done or a week that I'm putting on self-tanner, or I'll try to book a facial through ClassPass on and off week when I'm not doing anything else, just making sure I have that one reset, nice thing I'm doing for myself thing.
Yeah, I try to like habit stack them. I'll do like an overnight face mask, or like I said, when I do my hair slicked back, I found this hair mask from my hairstylist that is basically like you can't tell it's really there.
Oh, nice.
You could leave it in for a while, so do that and then slick my hair back. And I started using rosemary oil. The other thing is I joined a gym, because I used to do this up in North County. There's a Pilates studio that has red light therapy while you're doing it. But I joined a gym that has red light therapy and Himalayan salt in it. It's in the air and stuff. And then sauna. So it's like when I go to the gym, I'm getting red light therapy, I'm stretching, I'm getting the sauna in, and I'm working out. Nice. So it's like it's almost like all at once. And I'll make sure I'll schedule out in my week that when I go to the gym, I have like a solid hour and a half to 2 hours to just genuinely like enjoy that, because it's not a super cheap gym, but I feel like I make it worth it kind of thing. Yeah. So that's what I like to do as well, as just like habit stack all the things that are self-care.
Nice.
When I can.
And then for working out, do you work out at the same time every day, or what's your routine
No,
there?
that's what's hard for routines. I do kind of want to start being consistently the morning person. I just am kind of on this, I always have this hard thing where I want to do that, but I'm always much more motivated between noon and 3. I just really am ready to work out. Whereas in the morning, maybe not so much, but I don't know. Stefan's been going to work early and he's been walking the dog. And so I'll wake up a little bit earlier, and I feel like I could totally fit it in at this point. Yeah. So I think I'm going to start doing that. The other thing that I have to figure out is I like to do 2 Pilates and 2 gym sessions like every week and do at least 4. And then if I need to add in any more, then I will. So that's another thing, is are they open classes at that specific time? Right. Am I going to wake up? And the gym is easier, but I do love Pilates. So I'm like, I'm not going to substitute that out. So that's like what I want to do in 2025, is like figure out the right routine for that as well.
Nice. I guess for me, I kind of switch between morning and afternoon. I've been starting work earlier, so I'm more normally a morning workout person, but lately, just because I start work a little bit earlier, I've been doing it more in the afternoon. And then also, since I've been teaching Pilates, if I'm already at the studio teaching, then I'll take one after. So I feel like my working out is all over the place. I think you kind of said this last time, trying to just fit in 4 to 5 a week. It's kind of just the routine I try to do for myself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then like I said before, I love to like add in stuff into your water that's going to help that be even better. Like I feel like that's also self-care. If you're going to go to the sauna having electrolytes, or if you're going to be at the gym or Pilates having amino acids and creatine, you'll be able to take more classes in a row just because you can recover faster. It's just good for your body as well. Yeah.
I also think that self-care can be just allowing yourself to sit on the couch and do nothing and not guilting yourself about it too.
100%. Now that he gets home at 5 or 6, I'm like, Love Island. Like 4 o'clock.
That's funny.
And I'm like, wow, I missed my me time. Like I never really... I mean, I'm home, I go to work, but then I come home earlier than most people. And I don't know, we're the type of people that were like love being on top of each other all the time. So I would just like never remove myself. And then now that it's required, I'm like, wow, this is crazy. I haven't been doing this since when he worked last time in person. So
that's nice.
I've been loving that, like having some alone time to just like you said, sit in bed and drink coffee, watch TV. It's just so nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because when you have those moments where you want to be lazy, I feel like I do this where I just guilt myself and I'm like, I should be doing something. Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're teaching like 4 Pilates classes and taking one every day.
Literally.
That's wild, honestly.
I've been making sure that Saturdays are my days that I don't have anything work
Yeah.
related planned.
Yeah.
And it's been like really nice.
I
And
do think that's important for routines, is have one day minimum every week where nothing is planned.
Yep,
At
exactly.
least that you can look forward to that.
Yeah. No, so that's been
Yeah.
nice for me. And I feel like, I don't know, my schedule has been flowing a lot better recently, probably because I have more structure at work and just like more of an exact schedule. I don't know, fitting in that time to just have your moments to yourself, finding self-care. I feel like that's what it's all about.
For sure. Yeah. And I feel like you can easily do that. I mean, we've already talked about time blocking and stuff like that. Like, it's so easy to fit it in. And I think once you find the things that make you feel good, just finding a time for it every single week is like so important. Is that delusionally fitting self-care into your schedule?
Something like that. fitting it into your schedule.
That's delusional.
Yeah. Well, we love you so much. I think that's all.
Yeah, hopefully that gives you some ideas if you are trying to figure out how you want to give yourself self-care in 2025.
Love it.
I guess it's going to be dropped in 2025. How weird is that?
I was going to ask, do you have any big manifestations you want for 2025?
No, this is such a big question. I want to do like a vision board this year.
Yeah.
And I need to figure out what exactly I want out of 2025. I am manifesting a new job. For
Okay,
sure.
nice.
Like
I
massively.
love that.
I just need a change. I need something new and exciting. And
Yeah.
hopefully that happens for me. I do. In reflection, I've realized previously I've been so career focused and motivated, and honestly, self-care and routines were not really a thing. Like, I would wake up, fucking throw makeup on and go out the door, and I was, fucking working, and
Doing makeup in the car.
right, 100%. Hair was thrown in a ponytail, looking rough. It was not cute, but I was getting shit done, and then I was kind of leveling up in my career, so that's great. But I kind of beat myself up when I got burnt out, and in reflection, I think this past year has really been about me figuring out where self-care does fit in my schedule and how can I be motivated and strong in a career, but also have a really strong routine of being able to like take care of myself and not get burnt out in the future.
Right.
So I'm excited to go into 2025 feeling like I kind of have that figured out.
Yeah.
And now I can add work in and like adjust.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
What about you?
I actually did a vision board last year, and genuinely 90% of the things came true.
Right.
Yeah. It was wild.
I know.
I definitely want to do another one this year. But yeah, the only thing that I had on there that didn't happen was a dog. But funny enough, I realized that I'm not ready for a dog. And I feel like I had two opportunities where I came close because one, my neighbor had gotten a puppy and he was like, the puppy has a sibling if you want it. And I was like super, super close to just being like, yes.
Send it.
And I asked my landlord, she was like, all cool. My roommates were like, good, as long as you take care of it.
Yeah.
So I was like really close to getting one. And then I decided not to last minute because I was like, I just don't think I can do it schedule wise.
Yeah.
And then when I dog sat for my friend, I was like, holy shit, this is a lot of work.
By yourself is impossible.
Yeah.
Like I could not do it by myself. There's no way.
I was just funny because that was like the one thing that didn't happen on my vision board. And then I kind of got like the opportunity to see why I didn't need it. Yeah. So
that's so funny. I was thinking about mine as well. A lot of mine was travel, which happened and it was amazing. But I wanted to go full time in real estate and buy myself a Tesla. But then I like realized I got burnt out on real estate and I was like, I mean, I like it, but I don't need this to be my full-time job. And I also don't need a nice car. Like I like my company car and it being free. And I put on there a rental property, and I thought it was gonna be in Florida, but it's so funny because now our house became ours, and now we're renting by our friends. And I was like, that's so funny because like I just wanted a rental property, and now I feel like I did that.
No, totally.
So it's kind of cute how things work out, even if they don't work out how you think they are when you're putting your vision board together. Yes. Like somehow things work out.
No, literally. Like I put a new car on mine. That was just a funny way that happened because the universe was like, we're totaling the one you have now.
Here's a brand new car.
Yeah. Like, I guess that works. Yeah. Didn't murder anybody, so that's good.
I'm dead. Well, may all your 2025 vision board things come true.
Yes. Okay,
Thanks for listening. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.